Hello everyone, myself Assistant Professor Shikha Kapoor from HIT, and today I'll be preparing a short video lecture on the topic market segmentation. So starting with the topic, what exactly is market segmentation, or we can say marketing strategy. So in this today's highly competitive world, or we can say a marketplace, the success of a business often depends on that what section of the market you are serving, or it also depends on the ability to deliver the right message, the right product to the right customer. Okay, and but how can you ensure that you are making the right product for the right market, or you are targeting the right marketing or a right marketplace for your product? And also, it is not possible for a single company to manufacture products for all the customers, or we can say for all the market. Okay, so it is sure that you will have to select a certain section of the market to which you can serve efficiently. So your main motive should be select a segment, a section of a market, and serve them efficiently, so that you are effective in your market strategy. So for this, we need the effective marketing strategy that includes the three main terms, that is segmenting, targeting, and positioning. Coming to the first, we can say the technique, that is the segmenting. So what is segmenting? It means identifying your audience clusters. So segmentation, it is basically done. It involves breaking down a broad market into some subsets of similar consumers with same characteristics. For example, you can do the segmentation on the four bases. That is demographic segmentation, geographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, and behavioral segmentation. So starting with demographic segmentation. So what exactly is demographic segmentation? Under this type of segmentation, the classification of the market, it is done on the basis of age, gender, income, occupation. So if you want to segment, or you can say if you want to prepare your product for the gender like female, like okay, if you want to produce some cosmetic products, some makeup products, then you will be targeting on the female market. Okay, so there will be no use for you, there will be no point of considering the males also for that, because maximum females are using the cosmetic products. So in this scenario, you does the segmentation on the basis of demographic. For example, if we talk about the age, so all the toys, most of the people, most of the companies, they produce toys for the toddlers, okay, for the age group which is below 10 years, or you can say below 12 years. So all the toys are produced for the age group of 0 to 12. Then if we talk about another products like the laptops, okay, the laptops, new innovative phone. So these products are produced for the age group, we can say from 18 to 40, because most of the products for the young generation, we can say, so young generation are more interested towards using new technologies. So again, demographic segmentation is done in this scenario. And also, sometimes segmentation is also done on the basis of income. For example, if you are manufacturing very expensive cars, you can say some Mercedes. So in that case, if you target the middle class people, they will not be able to purchase the car, or they will not be able to afford it. So for that, it will be required for you to target the rich people, we can say, and not the middle class people. So this is how segmentation is done on the basis of demographics, that is based on the age, gender, income. Now talking about the geographic segmentation. So under geographic segmentation, it is done on the basis of dividing the region, or on the basis of city, we can say, the country, or even neighborhood. For example, if we talk about the mountain areas, so if you want to sell your products like blankets, so they will be sold in the area where there is cold, the weather is cold. Okay. if you go to some south places where winters are not at all occurring, so there will be no point of view to target market and sell blankets over there, because there is no winter and people will not be interested in purchasing high woolen blankets. Okay, so for you it will be beneficial for you to target market, or we can say places or region where winters are actually happening. For example, we can say the mountain people, the people those who are living in mountain. So they will prefer purchasing that blankets and everything, because they actually face the this season. And also, if we talk about the country and the city, for example, if every country and every place they have their different culture. Okay, like in some places people are more interested towards purchasing idols of we can say some god and goddess. Okay, in some countries, but another in some another countries, if for example uh, if you are into manufacturing a idol of goddess Lakshmi, so in that scenario you cannot select a country like some other like some other areas countries like some US, we can say you cannot select that because people will not buy that product over there. Okay, or very few of them will buy there. Okay, but it will be sold in our country India very we can say with most of the people will purchase it. So again, geographic segmentation is done, and for this type of segmentation is done on the basis of the region, country, city, and even the neighborhoods. Then, third type of segmentation that we have is the psychographic segmentation. So, it is differentiating the market on the basis of lifestyles, personality, and values. For example, there are different lifestyle in foreign. If you go and you find out that people there are choosing the DINKS lifestyle, that is the double income, no kids, in which both the partners they not plan to have kid and they both are involved in earning. So this is the DINK lifestyle that is followed by the foreigners, but it is not adopted by our our country people. Nowadays, some people are adopting, but it is very much common in some foreign. Then again, values. Okay, in our country, most of the people, uh, it's like they don't prefer like the when KFC came to our country, companies like KFC, this McDonald's, when they came to our country, they were not at all accepted by the people of our country. The reason why? Because they were offering beef in their burgers and non-vegetarian, and most of our country people they were vegetarian. So initially they were not accepted. KFC and McDonald's they were not accepted by a country, but after that, when they came up with some new ideas in which they launched chicken or we can say some veg items also, people were liking these companies. So again, it is very important to do the segmentation on the basis of psychographic also. That is also based on the basis of values, lifestyle, and other things. Then the last thing that is the behavior segmentation. So this type of segmentation it focuses on the product usage, or we can say the rate, the brand loyalty, or the readiness to purchase. So all this comes under the behavior segmentation. For example, if we talk about the brand loyalty, so if a person, a certain consumer is very loyal towards the brand Dabur, or we can say Patanjali, so that person will always use the Patanjali brand only. It will be not at all profitable. It will be of no use if you go and reach that customer because they are brand loyal. So this is how behavior segmentation is done on the basis of the behavior of the consumer, that how they are using the product or which product they are using. So these are basically four types of segmentation that has been done. And again, why it occurs? Basically, the main idea of doing it is to identify your audience cluster. Okay. Then once we identify our customers, the next step that we follow is targeting them. We are choosing your market segment. So the first is we have made different market segment on the different basis as we studied. The next second step is the targeting means selecting a target market that requires evaluating the attractiveness of each segment. Okay, so how much attractive is this segment? If the one you feel that this is more stable for you, you'll go with that segment and you will serve that more efficiently. So how targeting has been done? This decision, it should be based on several factors. For example, first is segment size and growth. So if we talk about the segment size, like it should be big enough so that you have some future growth potential for that. Like if the segment you have chosen is very small and the chances of growth, if you're serving it is very low, so it will be of no use, or you can say it will be of no profit if you go with that segment. So a producer will avoid using that segment, okay, or producing for that, and it may be possible that that segment may not be profitable for you, much profitable for you. The second the factor that should be considered is the competitive landscape, like how many competitors are already present in that segment. For example, if you plan to serve some certain segment of group and already 10 competitors are serving it, so it may be possible that you may not be able to differentiate your product between among those competitors, and you may end up facing losses in that segment. So it is very important for you before selecting a segment that the competitors, those who are available in that, are less in number. Okay, the less the number of competitors in a certain segment, the more you will have chances of uh, you can say earning profit. Then the third factor that you should consider is alignment with the business objective. What does it mean? It means, for example, your organization, it is very much uh, oriented towards the safety of environment. So if you are very you know this and your environment, or if your organization is following the CSR, the corporate social responsibility, and save trees, don't pollute your environment. So in that scenario, you if you are producing cars, like cars which are petrol cars or diesel car, then that in that scenario your objective, business objective, will not align with the serve the serving that product. Like, so if you're much aligned, like if your business objective is to protect the environment, you should go with the segment those are interested in buying the electric cars. Okay, so basically, when you are choosing the environment, sorry, if you're choosing the segment, you should make sure that you are well aligned with the business objectives too. Okay, you should not go against the business objective and select some certain segment and target. Then the next factor is the potential for profit. You should make sure that when you select some section of market, then at the time of serving it, you should be able to earn good amount of profit. Like, for example, if you talk about the niche market, so niche market is like or very few selected part of segment. So in case of niche market, you sell very few product and very expensive product, but the profit that you earn from that segment is very huge. Okay. Then after the targeting part, the next thing that comes for this strategy is positioning. Positioning means crafting your unique value for the proposition, or you can say making a image of your product in the mind of consumer. So positioning is all about defining how will you differentiate your product or service from competitors and establish a unique space in the target audience mind. So how can you do that? This can be done by crafting a unique product, we can say. A product which is not at all introduced in the market before, and you do it for the first time. So it will be very new for the consumer, and it will be positioned in the mind of each and every consumer that that company has launched some product and that is very new. For example, when this touch screen phone, when they were invented in the market, so the idea was so new because before that The keypad phone was there in the market. But when touchscreen phone came into the market, the idea of touchscreen phone was very new and it was very unique. So most of the consumer were that so much attracted towards the idea that in today's world, if we talk about it in today's era, everyone is having touchscreen phone, and very few those who are unable to afford it may not have, but most of the people are having touchscreen phone. So the idea, or you can say, idea of a product should be that much unique that it is attracted by most of the uh, so that the product is attracted by most of the consumers. Then the second thing of positioning, second pointer under positioning is like cost leadership. So you should set a price of a product which is very cost effective. Like the price of a product should be set in such a way that it also gives profit for the producer, and also the purchasing power of the consumer is that they are able to purchase it. It's like that if set the price so much high that the consumer will not purchase your product at that scenario. They will go for some another product or other substitution which is available in the market. So the cost of the price product cost of the product should be such reasonable that each and every customer is happy to spend that price for that particular product. Then the third point that comes under positioning is the focus on which type of product should be produced for which type of market. Like we talk about the cycles. Okay, so these gear cycles, they are very much effective if we use them in mountain areas. Okay, so if you produce gear cycles for mountain areas, it will be liked by most of the people. Okay, for because of our mountain areas, you need a lot of energy to if you go up, like if you go because sloping roads are there, right? So the idea of gear cycles, it will be suitable for mountain areas more. And also, like if we talk about the brands like Biba and W, so they are selling their this clothes to the people. But if we make these clothes for very, if we plan to sell them for a very weaker section to this weaker section of the society, will they be able to purchase it? No. So we should make sure that if we are producing some products, we should consider a certain section in our mind that okay for which we want to sell it. Like if you produce these brands like Bibas, Libas and W for the middle for this we can say middle class people, they'll be able to afford it. So basically it becomes very important for a producer to know that which product should be prepared for which section of the society, so that it may not be very difficult for you at the time of targeting. Okay, it will be easy for the producer to target the best, we can say, segment of the market. So this was all about the strategy of the market, that is STP. And all we can say is that if a well-designed STP is the backbone of the effective marketing, by segmenting your audience, targeting the right segments, and positioning your brand effectively, you can ensure that your market efforts are efficient, impactful, and driving business growth. That was all about the this STP. Thank you and have a nice day.